You have failed completely in supporting me, but putting me in hot soup, and yourself too. Because if it is cheating, whereby the answers are the same, all are penalized. So definitely, the primary responsibility of the ministry here is only enlightening the populace, informing them, discussing with them, engaging them on the consequences and what brings about exam malpractice and what are the consequences, so that they're all aware of. But definitely, there is nowhere the ministry can be blamed. Even the personnel of the ministry, if they're held responsible, is the individual, not the sector, because the sector is saying exams free malpractice. That's what we want as a country. As I said, at international levels, I don't want to represent the Gambia anywhere and people start looking at me because my country is found wanting is cheating. I don't want it. And nobody wants it in this country. So definitely as a sector, we are advocating against exam malpractice in this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Job. Mr. Balde, are there any reasons why students would definitely venture into this? Because sometimes WAEC is blamed for setting questions out of the syllabus. What's your take on that?
I think two questions. I think number one, I don't agree that WAEC has been found to set questions out of the syllabus. That is just what I think. I have not seen any such case yet. Now, the second question, which is the reasons why students engage in examination practice. I think a bit of the reasons have been alluded to by Mr. Seka, and that is the stake. Students feel that the stakes are high and that the only way they can pass would be to engage in some form of cheating. But I think what they need to know is that the examination is not set to catch them off guard. If you prepare very well, you will pass the exam. No examination is set with the purpose of getting the candidates to fail. And I think once they know that, they would not engage in examination malpractice. So I would say, in fact, it is more difficult to fail an exam than to pass it. For you to fail an exam, really, I don't know, because it would mean you definitely did not put in the minimum of efforts needed to pass the exam. Once you do that, really, no examination is beyond the candidates. So basically, that's what I think.
Time is not in our favor. Mr. Cisse, your final words?
Oh, okay. I was just going to add that if we want to help our children, let us prepare them in good time. This generation is wealthier than the former generation. Children of nowadays are blessed. They don't walk to school for most of the time. Many of them, parents drop them to school. Some of them, I mean. School fees, though exorbitant, but we endeavor to pay. You have all facilities for you. Yesterday we were using candle. Today you are using electricity. You have these facilities. But the children are not learning. We can only help them pass to help them prepare better. Pay their school fees. Give them enough books. They don't go to school hungry. They have a comfortable room to sleep. We can help them in school. But doing the exam itself is the candidate who will write the exam for himself. Nobody will write the exam for the candidate. Okay. Some, like my colleague said, the stakes would be high. They will go all out to cheat so that they can present good results to get a visa to go to America or to somewhere else in Europe. Often they are turned down because the papers they present at the embassy would have been false. The embassy we would always communicate with the embassies and verify results. We verify results. And when we verify results, these results are often found not to be the same as those presented by the candidate. So you don't have a visa. You begin wondering. Meanwhile, we have some may I say crooks, in the society who are very knowledgeable in computer, and they can falsify our certificates. But often, the long arm of the law will catch them.
Thank you very much. Mr. Seka, the final.
Thank you very much. As Mr. Balde said, I mean, examination malpractice has the potential of nullifying our education system. Because nowadays we are talking of knowledge-based economy. There are so many countries that do not have the required, natural endowment. So in most cases now, every country is doing a lot on quality education. And you cannot obtain quality unless there is much sincerity in the system. If you certificate somebody who doesn't deserve it, that person, when it goes into the labor economy, the labor market, he cannot perform. And if you cheat to obtain your certificate, when you get older, when you become an adult, you are likely to cheat. And you can imagine what type of society then we are grooming up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Job. Finally, 20 seconds.
To close, I would just say good luck to the candidates for the forthcoming exams, but let them be on the alert that cheating is not paying. Let them prepare themselves and go and sit to the exams by themselves, and they will get their results. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Job. Viewers, this is all we have for you in this week's edition of the Education Forum. The WAS exam is scheduled for April, and whilst the Gabeke exam is scheduled for May. Examination malpractice is bad, and it is seen as the business of all. Until we come your way next week, have a pleasant evening.
Wande jang nga jang weesuwul man ngay bindalal sa